Community family. It's your girl, Elojo Precious. And this is Bulwa Community Voice. In case you're a first time subscriber or you are yet to subscribe, this is Bulwa Community Voice, the place that brings you educative, informative, and real life issues, topics that you can really relate to, right? So, on today's episode, we'll be talking about a particular topic that comes really very close to our hearts. We're talking about a topic that money can really not buy, yes, but it could change everything if taken step by step. Yeah, I will not be doing this particular topic today. You already know who my paddy is now, but for courtesy's sake, I'm going to introduce her. It is the very beautiful Oma that we all know. Please help me make welcome Oma in the studio.
Hello.
I don't even know what to say, but
Okay.
I think I'm tired of always saying you are shining. What do I say this time
Don't
around?
worry, and you go change it
You are-
into money.
Into money, you did not hear me say that money cannot buy everything, but
Eh.
okay, you can change some things.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we need to change now. You're already all set.
Growing. Thank you. Don't mention. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you very much for doing this with me in the
It's
studio.
My pleasure.
So,
What
you
we
know
do for
what?
mankind,
You have
Sorry.
started.
Sorry,
You have
sorry.
started. That's what
Sorry.
used to cause fight. For which mankind? Now you are saying you are my helper.
No,
But actually, you are my
now.
helper because when I need to chop. Let's
Alright.
get down to the business of the day. So,
Okay.
in a world where everybody knows technology have taken the center stage, to the extent that we might see someone dying just by the road, and everybody will be like we have it in overseas,
Yeah.
facing where they are going, walking up ahead, like it's none of their business. So we want to talk about community spirit,
Okay.
where it has gone to, how it is now, how we are going to even revive it, if at all. I know it takes people
It
to
takes,
revive
exactly.
it. Yeah, so that is basically what we'll be talking about today.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so I want to know, what do you think about community spirit?
When we talk about community spirits, you can narrow it down to what is called communalism. Communalism simply refers to a kind of unison, brotherhood, feeling of you are attached to me. I rise by the rising of my brother.
Yeah.
In Igbo setting, those days, it is called Omonnabike. That's why you have some persons bearing names like Omonna, Igwebike,
Yeah,
and
Nnabike.
Nnabike, and
Yes.
stuff like that. Those names actually oppose the stronghold of this community spirit. So, in a nutshell, community spirit simply refers to you seeing your neighbor as yourself. And for the fact that you're seeing your neighbor as yourself, you're not meant to hurt that your neighbor.
That's
You are
true.
meant to have the neighbor's good at
At
your
heart,
heart.
yeah.
So that's what community spirit
Yeah.
for me implies.
I get you. In other words, it's all about togetherness, kindness, being passionate.
Exactly.
Not seeing, just like you said, helping your brother. And I need a helping hand with so
Exactly.
thing.
You
It
lift
is
by
glaring.
lifting
Others. That is
That's
how
what community spirit
it is.
implies.
Okay, going by this, there are real life stories I've read both online and I've listened to,
Okay.
face to face stories. Like you are particularly seeing that this neighbor, this is what is going on in his family. Like, I will use the one I know about.
Okay.
A couple, they are fighting, not physically, but exchanging words. Every morning they do this. Every morning. I remember then, if my grandfather comes to talk about tales of when my mom and her siblings were still growing, he do talk about the neighbors. Yes, in the village, it's village settings. But I believe that is how it has been. If you compare how neighbors help each other then to now,
It's incomparable.
It's
now.
incomparable. It leaves me wondering, is it technology that caused all this? Could it be?
Actually, technology actually contributed a whole lot to it. Then, human mind is now full of deceit and evil. Even the Bible do say that the human mind is full of evil, that even God cannot even understand it. So all those things is more like the evil taking hold of today's society, making people to be too conscious of who they render their helping hands on.
Right.
You know, because most times you will see a situation whereby I help you and at my back I become an enemy. I help you and you connive with my enemies to fight or to bring me down.
That's true.
Is happening.
Yeah, it
I
does.
help you, or for instance, you might be all helpless, and at the end of the day, I decide to help you without knowing that you're just a sheep in you're just a wolf in sheep clothing. Do you understand? So, and stuff like that. Then technology itself has actually contributed a whole lot of, damage and also good.
Of course.
Yes, exactly. Damage in the sense that it have actually scared away most things that make our community so serene. Those things that make our community so peaceful, that make you to, rush down to your brother, that make you to confide in your brother.
I mean, yes.
That make you, for instance, just the way I'm a woman, I can, for instance, I'm married and I got pregnant. I can just reach out to you. That is just my neighbor. Guess what? I am pregnant. Without having any negative mindset that what if you start, thinking bad towards my new growth. You understand me?
Yeah, I do.
Because back then, my dad usually said back then that those days is when a community, a particular family notice that this child in this family, whether the child belongs to you or not, has this passion of education, the whole community will come together and contribute.
That is where I'm hitting at.
Do you understand? They will come together, contribute to ensure that the dream of that young child doesn't die. Do you get? But today's society, you can tell me that you can bet me that the reverse is the case.
Very much.
So technology, in the sense that it have actually exposed a whole lot of evil, even a whole lot of evil, in the sense that even though that evil is not happening directly to you, but as a result of fear of the unknown, you have seen it happening in the internet, and as such you have to be cautious. So because of that, you don't need any other story to come to you. So that's it.
I get
technology, the world evolving.
I think the person,
how
the person thinks.
People's mentality, though there's some good people out there.
Yes, there
thousands
are.
of them. Kudos to them.
Yes, there are.
But 80% of people have actually lost that kind virtue because of what the society is turning into today.
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember when I was after secondary school, I went to stay with my mom's sister.
Okay.
So her neighbor, it's like they live in bungalows, then a wall separating them. So every time her kitchen is like very close to the fence. So every time she's cooking, the neighbor gets to like perceive the aroma and all of that. And at the time she was pregnant. So at a point, I think she couldn't hold it any longer. So from the fence, she had to like climb something and stretch her neck out.
That she wants to have a taste of the
Neighbor,
food.
you have killed me, oh. Now my husband make me, I never come here, oh. I beg, oh. Serve me the jollof rice. I know it's jollof rice. Give it to me. Do you know, I felt like they still do this kind of things now. Because normally, that neighbor would have been thinking, what if she gives me something that will take out my baby and all of that. And my auntie did actually share her food. When it was done, she gave it to her. And, it became like a frequent thing. Most of the time, she doesn't cook. So it's like we cook and then we dish out to her. I think that is just gesture is enough.
Apart from that gesture, which is very kind and also welcoming.
Yeah.
When it comes to a kind of cautioning a child misbehaving close to you, the society have lost its taste in that area, because a situation whereby you have a child and you have fed that your child with a whole lot of stuff, when it comes to not being disciplined or not, regarding elders. If that child is misbehaving and I try to call the child to order, are you going to tell me that that child is going to give me listening ear?
To be very honest, for a child that the mother has groomed like that, I think the child is going to call you a bluff. Like,
Exactly.
don't do that to me again. I'm going to report you to my mom.
So stuff like that. So it's no more like while growing up. I'm not talking about the 80s and the 70s.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Now,
because I could remember as a child, as a teenager, if you go astray, you will see somebody that is not
You don't even know.
anywhere related to you, calling
Flog
you,
you
flogging
immediately.
you, even in the presence of your parents, and they will not do anything.
Nothing.
Rather, they will even tell the person to do it well. That now what
good.
But in today's society,
Even
you
teachers
cannot-
get scared of flogging students. Like,
so I
in
wonder
school.
where all those things is going to, or whether it's going to actually get better, or if it is getting worse. I don't know.
Well, we'll get to that stage of how to get it better.
Okay.
I mean, with everything happening in today's society, if you try to just compare to how we used to be, I mean, I'm an 98 child, right?
Okay.
Well, how they call 90s child, right?
90s child, yeah.
So I can relate very well. I am in my best position, to be able to compare to how it was and how it is now.
Exactly.
I mean, this particular society, these particular ones they are bringing up now, is what we call spoilt brats. Like, you see that spoilt brat we read.
The woke
This
generation.
is the generation. These are
know?
the spoilt brats. You can't even correct them, and for them to even appreciate you for correcting. I've ever tried to correct someone, and the mother comes out. Have you corrected your siblings? You are putting mouth in my
in the presence of that child.
In the presence of this child.
What are you trying to inculcate in this child?
In the presence of this child, you are saying that. It means tomorrow, if the child sees me, I mean nothing.
Exactly.
You just insulted me. Even, oh God, please. But then, Odigo Koyade is to find a way forward and how to fix it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we talk about the factors that might be the reason why this community spirit has declined over time. We talked about the technology, yeah,
deceit,
yeah,
betrayal.
Yes,
because most times you tend to bring someone close to you to to offer a helping hand. At the end of the day, the person will turn against you. So that is deceit and betrayal playing a greater role in that. Then another one is evil. Evil has actually eaten deep into this society, whereby the good of people is no more enticing to the second person. You can see that a whole lot of things have actually gone wrong.
That's
but
true.
we are looking for the way forward.
Yeah, the way forward it is. It's been an amazing time, honestly. Because if you look at it, God, community spirit, I think if we try to make it function, it could even make the world become a better place.
Exactly.
Looking at it from another angle. But then what are the factors we could just adopt, that could help us revive it? What do you think we can do? I know even now, even if we mention the factors, you could try to even say hello to me, and I'd be like,
that kind of thing.
But then we should just make the society be a better place.
So talking about the factors, before I dive into the factors, I want us to understand that community spirit, which is embodiment of kindness, togetherness, and unity, are virtue. And when you talk about kindness, it's actually a fruit of the Spirit.
Yes,
the fruit of the Holy Spirit.
Just like the Bible stated.
Do you understand? That everyone is expected to have, in as much as evil has become the order of the day, but we shouldn't do away with this, except if we don't have the Holy Spirit in us. Sorry that I'm going this dimension.
No, it's okay.
I'm actually heading somewhere. So, number one factor that we need to, bring in order to revive this communal spirit. I'm using the word communal because community has to do with communal living. So the number one factor is actually sensitization.
First.
First.
Wow, I like that.
Sensitize, especially this young generation, both the young adults and the young parents, because the root of all these things can actually be traced back to
The home. Yes.
Do you understand? Because a home that is not stable enough, that is not a kind of free from all this negative energy, cannot produce good individual that we have community spirit.
Never. It can't,
Do
it
you
can't just
understand?
be.
So we have to trace it back to the home. You sensitize people. Let people know that there is no harm in extending helping hand to a neighbor. Number one. Number two is, on no account should anyone take kindness for granted. Though there's some people that hide in the clothing of kindness to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But that notwithstanding, the bone of contention here is kindness ought to be upheld at every cost. Then the third one is, should we, I'm going to rephrase this. Just a biblical illustration says, should we keep abiding in sin for the grace of God to be abundant for us? And Bible says, God forbid. So, should we keep adopting technology? Should we keep adopting things that we see as the trend for our original form to run away from us,
Amen.
and that we adopt what God said? God forbid.
God
Because
forbid indeed.
because in that our community living, right?
Yeah.
That is where our true being emanates from. That is where our sanity, serenity, development, and what you can think of that has to do with our growth comes from.
That's
So
true.
if we try to do away with it, you can see that that is indirectly, we are saying no to growth.
That is what it is.
Exactly. Because it's not everybody that has it all. And if you are seated in a place where you can help, please help.
Help. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
So I believe these are my own
No,
little
you're very
suggestions.
right. You bring, I bring. It
You
makes
know?
sense. Society keep moving.
Exactly. So these are my little suggestions on ways whereby we can revive this communal
Community.
living.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You hit the nail right on the head. Like you didn't even miss one point. I like how you started with sensitization. I
Yeah.
mean, why did you even think about? I didn't really think about it, and I don't know why. You know, it's when you tell them that this thing is actually the left, but if we take the right, it's going to move
And this
smoothly.
sensitization, sorry to cut you short, has to do with empowering community members. You know, you try to be an instrument of opening the sight of people around you to either skill acquisition. Let them know what is happening them. You don't hoard information.
Yeah.
Good information shouldn't be held. So you sensitize people on how to distribute good information. And you that is receiving that good information, you shouldn't use it against
Against the person.
the person
Giving
giving it out. So all these things can actually go a long way to restore this.
Yeah, it will go a very long way in reviving community spirit.
Yeah.
Imagine a community where everybody is just staying alone. Not even imagine, it is happening now. You know, I literally could even have a neighbor and I see the neighbor once a week, you know, because everybody's minding their business and I don't want this person snooping in my business or family life or coming to, you know, sometimes it's not even about giving it. Is the person even ready to receive
it, yeah? That's
Because
another
I
thing.
could be trying to like get to know you, and you are trying to
Withdraw
withdraw
yourself.
yourself. Maybe you are scared that this person that is coming to know me
Has
or
ulterior motive.
do you understand? I could let the person in, and the person finds things about me out and take it out. You know, sometimes it could be scare, but then I like the points that you broke down. It's going to be really, really very helpful.
There is something I forgot to add. Man, you and I, we are not an island. As such, we need individual to rise.
That's true.
We need individual to do greater works. We cannot do it on our own, especially in this African society. Maybe it works in the Western world, but in African society,
Yeah.
culture, our value has actually made it to be so that we need one another to achieve a common goal. I cannot be a king and also be a follower.
That's true.
I need people around me. And how do I need people around me? By helping, by extending, by, bringing them together in one accord. Establishing this strength in brotherhood. Brotherhood has to do with ona abu nwannem. Maka na ona abu nwannem, I'm not supposed to hurt you. Do you understand? Sorry that I'm using
No,
Igbo,
it's
but
very okay.
what I'm trying to say for people that don't understand Igbo is this person is my brother. And because this person is my brother, I am not supposed to hurt this person. Even if I go astray, because just like my mom will say that nobody is sugar, in the sense that you are not expected to be sweet to everybody. So in as much that I might one way or the other go astray, but for the fact that I have this consciousness of brotherhood spirit in me, when I go astray, I call my brother together. I call myself together and say, this thing I'm doing is against the growth of my brother. I need to retrace my step. And my brother as well should do the same. It's a win-win stuff. You don't just rely and say that, no, do you understand?
Yes.
The community, African society has made it that we cannot rise without lifting our brother. And if you trace it back to history, you will bet me that this thing is true.
It's true. Yeah. And this is why it matters.
Exactly.
This is why community support matters. This is why this community spirit matters. Because imagine I'm feeling alone. When I have a neighbor, I could just go and share my thoughts with what is worrying. Because like you said, no man is an island. This person that I think nothing can come out from this one might even be the one helping me out or giving me ideas to grow, like you said. Yeah. So I have a question.
Okay.
Both for you too, my very lovely audience.
Okay.
For Oma,
All right.
when was the last time you helped someone? I mean, like, you're talking about community spirit.
Yes.
Giving that hand,
Yes.
supporting the person,
Yeah.
knowing the person feel like you have me, you are okay. I'm that neighbor, both in your workplace, not just your neighbors at home, in your workplace. You can even be in a bus, while traveling.
Okay.
What was the last time you helped someone? Not because you had to, but because you just felt like doing it.
Actually, this one is not brag, but
Say,
this one is not brag, but me, I'm the kind of person that the need of someone causes sleepless nights. In the sense that I can deny myself peace to grant the peace of another person, even to the detriment of my own sanity.
wow.
That is me. It's a weak point in the sense that, let me not just dive into it, but what I'm trying to say, let me answer your question. The last time I helped someone, the Bible said that we shouldn't start counting what we do for someone.
I want you to count. So what's the last time?
When was the last time? Actually, the last time was yesterday. Last night, yes.
Oh.
Last night, yes.
So it
Last
wasn't
night.
because you had to. You just wanted to.
I just decided. I just decided to put a smile on the face of one of my boys.
Oh, this is so
One of my
sweet.
godsons, yes. And it wasn't he wasn't expecting it.
That is how
you
it
know?
should be.
So that was the last time, just yesterday, last night.
I wish I'm that boy.
Do you know whether it's 5 naira?
I don't care. It is something. Once it is you giving me, I get excited no matter whatever that thing is. Well, the question is also thrown to you, the viewers. Please let us know in the comment section. When was the last time you helped someone? You mustn't tell me what it is you helped the person. It could be an advice, it could be money, it could be gift, anything at all. I want to know. Did you feel the urge to help, or the person asked you, or you feel like, okay, I just have to do this because if I don't do it, nobody else will do it for this person. Did you feel an obligation to do it, or you did it out of your own heart? I think we should be drawing the curtain here, because if we start talking about it, it's not going to end. the few points you dropped should be enough for us to like try to revive back that togetherness, that kindness, like the Bible says. I don't know, but everybody is not a Christian. But then you should be kind. That is what is expected of you. That is how to,
demands
yes,
that.
that is how to live. That is how you can communicate effectively with people around you and everywhere, and everything is good with it. So on this
Exactly.
note, do you have any last a quote? You know you are
Okay.
good with philosophy.
Okay. Do I have a quote today? Okay, actually, in a nutshell, we rise by the rise of another. And in as much as we rise by the rising of another,
Yeah.
we shouldn't take that rising of another for granted. We should try as much as possible not to take people's kindness for granted. Apart from that, we should also try as much as possible to not cease doing good, because good deeds pays. It
That's
paves
very
way. Even if you don't get it from the person you are doing the good for, humanity, divinity will remember you one day. Thank you.
I thought you were saying a philosopher. That is so nice. But then to get serious, community spirit doesn't just happen overnight.
Exactly.
It doesn't just
It's a
come
gradual
out.
process.
It grows with smile, that kindness,
That
that helping
kindness.
hand. You know, it grows with even saying as simple as a hello to that neighbor that you people have been living
You don't
together
have
for
to
the past
have
2 years.
millions for you
No,
to
you
help.
don't. You know,
You can
really
help
don't.
with advice. You
Yeah,
can help
you could
with
just
prayer.
say, "Oh, I've been seeing your child in so place. I don't know if you could talk to him." Those kind of places are not places he should be
Conducive
at this time.
for him or
Yeah,
her.
you shouldn't just because it's your neighbor and you guys don't really say hello. You leave the child to keep going
Maka na
astray.
nwa bụ nwa ọra. But in today's society, nwa bụzi nwa nke m.
Mhm.
You know, so we have
Train
to
your own, let me
correct
train
that
my own.
mindset.
The notion
Nwa
needs
bụ
to be
nwa
changed.
ọra.
Yeah.
A child is a child of all. That is why Igbo people goes by names like Obiora,
Mhm.
Adora.
Yeah.
Do you understand
Yeah.
me? So we shouldn't just say that it's me, myself, I, and me alone.
Choosing your child over others. I mean,
it should be just you and your brother, me and my sister. I cannot go this far without my sister joining me. And that my sister, you shouldn't turn back and backstab me.
because I think that backstabbing is something we should talk about.
We should
Because
talk about
when
that.
you backstab me, how do I have this urge to want to help someone else?
Exactly.
When I remember I was backstabbed, oh man,
It kills.
it kills. It does. It really kills. It just no motivation anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much, Omar.
Thank you.
I knew if I do this particular topic, you like the good things.
Yeah.
I've always known, but it's your type that they used to break hearts.
I just feel like-
especially in today's society.
I just feel like straight village just hit me now.
No, it
But
didn't.
it's fine.
It didn't.
We'll keep being good.
Yeah, keep being good. It's very, very, very good. I mean, I wish I could just be better than I am currently. Yeah. This is where we draw the curtains on today's topic, community spirit. I want to leave you with this. Remember that community spirit is not old-fashioned. It is not an old-fashioned idea. No, it is actually the heartbeat, that helps in building a healthy society. Now, when you lose this habit, when you lose this kindness, this passion, we have lost all. You didn't just lose family, or you didn't just lose your neighbor. You didn't just lose just a greeting.
You've lost the
safety.
value of
Because
the
if I am
society.
running, I will not remember you are there. I'm going
Exactly.
to run with the members of my family. You've lost safety. You've lost trust. You've lost togetherness. Yes, that is what I'm leaving you with. So no matter how little it is, take it one step at a time. A hello, how are you? Even if you're not giving something, that is it, and that is how to go about it.
And even if you are sitting on a seat of goodness, in the sense that a seat meant for the right people, please don't hold it. Try to extend it. Let it
Share the love, share the goodness.
Exactly.
And that is what we have for you today on Boa Community Voice. Please, if you found this particular episode interesting, try to share. I know there is someone in your life that needs it.
Exactly.
Please share to them so they can know the importance of community spirit. All right? On this note, we'll say a goodbye. See you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank
Always
you
be a
so
part
much.
of what we do here.
We
Bye for
love
now.
you. Bye.